My name is Mark. I used to be an oil field diver on rigs like this for 20 years. When the BP well blew out in 5,000 feet of water, I knew that it was going to be big trouble. Nobody had ever tried to cap a well that deep or clean up a spill that large. We went down to the Gulf to hear the stories of the people living in the shadow of the world's largest offshore accident. You need to know the truth, and to get that truth, you need to hear their stories.
I look at my daughter, and I always go back to her because she's the sickest out of our bunch, I suppose, and I have to wonder, what does her future hold? You wake up in the morning and pull her sheets back, and the bed's full of skin. They call her Scab Girl at school.
They're bleeding from their ears, they're bleeding from their rectums.
Paranoia, seizure disorder.
Start with one little bitty spot, next thing you know, eating where you get in a hole, and then it starts spreading and eating more.
Our children are dying, our animals are dying, our babies are born premature, birth defects. Nobody is gonna survive this crap.
This is a safety data sheet dealing with the corrections. Our hazard evaluation has found this product to be hazardous.
There are hundreds of thousands of people that were exposed, and they will have these chronic health impacts for the rest of their life.
We didn't need respirators. We didn't need any kind of protective anything. We were perfectly safe. That was what they told us.
An uncontrolled experiment that could result in thousands and thousands of people getting sick or dying as a result of the cleanup, not of the original disaster.
When you put people in a corrosive environment with this dispersant, that's an interesting experiment if you don't care about the people.
There was an attempt on the part of the government and BP to cover up the volume of the spill because of the financial impact to BP. Massive use of dispersants was part of that attempted cover-up.
I think there's a major health cover-up going on.
I had a brick thrown through the window. People approaching my kids, making threats on my life or on my husband's life. In particular, people who had spoken out, especially when they were talking about health issues.
We got a phone call and it says, if you don't back off, well, your younger son's gonna come in harm's way.
I was here working on a report, and I heard the shots. They know exactly which one is most vulnerable. But if I quit doing this, they've won. And there's so many citizens that need desperate help.
Could they know? Could the oil industry, BP, know about the health effects and how to prevent them? Absolutely. They have the resources, they have the knowledge, they have the ability. They just didn't do it.
If nobody can prove a harm, then why not do it again?
One of the biggest problems here is that they actually knew this was dangerous. During the Exxon Valdez spill, they used dispersants. People got sick and people died. Instead of doing something about it, when this spill happened, they did it again. And people got sick and people are dying. And instead of helping them, they're intimidating them from speaking out, both legally and illegally, so that you don't hear how dangerous your future in fossil fuels is. This is an urgent issue. This isn't just about the BP spill. It's about what they were able to hide and then what they're doing about that now. There's spills across the world now. There's a spill right here in Santa Barbara where we're standing. And dispersants are pre-approved in every spill across the globe. They will use them again, and they're planning to. They're already stored in major ports across the US where there's any oil development, and when the spill happens, they will use them without asking and without telling. So there are solutions for this. This has been allowed to happen because the people that have been harmed have been silenced. They've been silenced in the courts, they've been silenced in the media, and they've been silenced in all the permitting and regulation processes around this industry. What we're doing with this film and this campaign is we're bringing their voices out to the world. And we've partnered with an amazing group of partner organizations to help us do that. All of the environmental and social justice groups in the Gulf, including Alert and Lean, River Keepers, Greenpeace, national organizations, they all come together to help us tell this story. And in the bottom line we're doing is we're bringing the voices of the people who've been silenced out to the world so that you can make your own decisions about whether this future on oil is worth the harm. This is about awareness. We are building awareness around this issue, and once people become aware, they can take action. And that's when the solutions really hit the ground running. These are important stories, and they have to get out. BP and the oil industry are spending billions of dollars to control the message and to keep these voices from being heard. Right now, individuals and communities have to prove that what's happening to them is harmful and dangerous. The industry doesn't even have to prove what they're doing is safe. It's been flipped. We're asking for $175,000. And with that money, we will get these voices out to the world. We will shine attention on the issue, and we will begin to focus actions on the solutions.